everybody to another video. Today is not going to be a Thought Journal Thursday, but instead it is going to be kind of like, I would say like a practice vlog. I'm not really gonna vlog the traditional way where I'm gonna take you with me every minutes, hours of the day, but I am going to show you what Ramadan looks like for me in 2020. For the folks that don't know what Ramadan is a month that Muslims partake in that requires them to fast from the sunrise to sunset. It is a month of devotion, it is a month of reflection, it is a month of patience, and it is a month of community. Now, this Ramadan, I thought would be a nice thing to show you guys what it looks like for me, because it is a new Ramadan for me, a new type of Ramadan that I am experiencing for multiple reasons. Number one, we are in the midst of a pandemic. Number two, we're quarantining. Number three, I am away from my family. My brother is here with me, thankfully, but I mean, in general, I'm away from the big family, you know. And the last thing is that I'm kind of doing Ramadan in like a non-Muslim country, which I think has its own difficulties and also its own rewards. So I thought it would be a good idea to take you with me for Ramadan in 2020 in my eyes. So like I said, this is not going to be the traditional vlog. I'm going to be sitting here telling you how my day looks like, and I'm going to be showing you snippets of how that looks. And to start off the whole thing, a lot of people start their days like right before sunrise, and we call that suhoor, which is when we get up and we have breakfast right before we start fasting. I don't particularly have suhoor, neither does my brother, so we never really have that meal, but we are definitely awake at that time because, you know, if we wanted to drink water, and also if you guys know what it's like to be in Ramadan, your body clock kind of inverts. So I do fall asleep between 3:30 in the morning to like 9, depending on what I've been up to, and for the past like 2 weeks, which has been the first 2 weeks of Ramadan, I was trying to get all my assignments done so I can start focusing on myself, and because of that I found energy towards those hours, so I would be finishing my assignments at that time. If you're gonna talk about when I wake up and when the day actually starts, I would say that is around 12:30 to 2:30 in the afternoon. I get up, you know, wash my face, just, you know, chill out for a bit, you know, just kind of breathe in the fact that I have woken up. So maybe I might take a couple of hours or minutes in my day, not more than 2 hours I would say, kind of either watching some fun videos or, you know, texting some friends, catching up with people, even, you know, just sitting, chilling with my brother, going to see what he's up to and what he has down for the day. I would say that I would call that phase the just woken up, trying to get used to the fact that I am not having breakfast immediately. I don't know about you guys, like even though like you get used to fasting and everything, for me, I'm the type of person that the second that I wake up, I am starving. Like I am that person that always has breakfast. It is my favorite meal of the day. So those 2 hours that I first take, you know, waking up and trying to adjust are really important for me, which is why I keep them very chill. I am a perfectionist and I am someone that plans things way ahead of time. So sunrise is at about, like, I want to say at the current moment 8:50, 8:52, and I start preparing my meals, however simple they are, at around 5. I like being in the kitchen when I am hungry because it just makes me feel like it's gonna pass by really quickly and I'm just preparing the meal to break my fast. So definitely like preparing early. Another thing is that I usually like to prepare early because, like, if I'm cutting my vegetables ahead of time, I can do the dishes way ahead of time. I don't have to think about doing the dishes after breaking my fast, which is something that I prefer, to be honest. So I usually end up preparing iftar, which is when we break our fast. Another thing I do while prepping my vegetables is think about what I want to drink when I break my fast. So back home, we have coolers in the house, so when you break your fast and you want to break your fast with cold water, it's super easy. You just get a cup, fill up the water, it's already cold. Here, I do not have a cooler, so I make sure to get an empty bottle, fill it up with water, and put it in the fridge while I'm prepping my vegetables. I'm also putting a can of Pepsi or a can of Coke if I want one. or even a bottle of Barbican. For those who don't know, Barbican is a non-alcoholic malt beverage consumed in the Middle East. It reminds me a lot of home. It also reminds me a bit of my childhood. So bringing that here is essential to making it feel like Ramadan back home. The thing that has been helping me the most with making it seem like I have my own traditions and my own ways of doing things and not feeling so lonely here is actually trying to make Arabic food regardless of how it turns out, trying, to find things that are similar to what I would be doing back home, having spring rolls to break my fast, making lentil soup as well to break my fast. These things, these little traditions that you have with your family, being able to bring them here is the perfect thing. And what has been helping me the most to do that are the recipes on my mom's YouTube channel. Guys, I'm telling you, check them out. She's made a new playlist for students that are quarantined, so you got easy recipes with easy ingredients. Please, please, please check them out. They are amazing and taste great. I am not being biased. I've tried them. They work. This early prep usually takes me about, I want to say, like an hour and a half. So by the time I am done, it is about 6:30 in the evening. And at that point, I like to spend an hour to an hour and a half reading Quran. That is just one of the ways that I show my devotion. I have never actually finished it, and this month is the month that I am intending to finish it for the first time. It is difficult for me to read. I'm pretty sure a lot of you also feel that way. And regardless of that, for me, I'm kind of powering through, feeling like I'm connecting as well, not just with my religion, but also with the Arabic language, which is amazing. And then after that hour and a half, I have about 50 minutes left for iftar. Me and my brother like to put a film on the TV, start it. We never finish it on the same day because we start when we have 50 minutes left, so we have the next 50 minutes the next day, so we never finish a film completely, but we put it on, we watch some TV, and while we're doing that, because my TV is efficiently placed where my kitchen is because of the way the flat is, I start cooking while I'm watching as well. So today I am going to be making steak, like I said, so I've taken it out about half an hour before cooking it because it's nice at room temperature. I opened actually a Gordon Ramsay tutorial about steaks the other day with my brother. We were watching food while we were fasting, and if you guys know the deal, watching food is the best thing when you're fasting. But anyways, we're watching the video, so I'm going to be using a lot of the methods that he recommended. And here is a montage of me cooking the steak. Also, for those wondering, I did pop the potatoes gratin into the oven, leave it there to cook, and also while I'm making the steak, I'm also thinking about making the vegetables and making them at the same time. Me and my brother usually stop the film about 5 minutes before iftar, and we like to kind of set up the table and just get everything ready for when the time comes. And the first thing we do is either drink water, either drink some soup, or for our case and what we've been doing, whatever we've been craving throughout that whole day, we have first. So there has been times where I've had a cookie to break my fast, or I've had times where I've had a prawn cracker, or the list just goes on. But yeah, so having our iftar together is really nice. It is about community as well, the whole Ramadan. Not a lot of people think about it that way, but everyone being together, sitting, having a meal, that is something that has a lot of, I would say, community value. And as well, there's a lot of things that we do for our communities when we are fasting. After we break our fast, we like to do the dishes first, make sure the space is clean, and then just sit for an hour and a half and relax. We are combating what is called the food coma stage. You feel so sleepy and you feel like you cannot move, so you just sit there, converse with the people around you, or even just sit on your phone and do nothing. The thing that I like to do after or during the coma stage actually is make a small cup of coffee and have it a little bit after iftar. And I don't do it to stay awake, I do it because it reminds me a lot of my mother, and I like to taste the coffee. My mom always likes to, have a cup of coffee right after iftar, because on a normal morning what she would do is have a cup of coffee first. So I think it reminds me a lot of her, and I do like to keep that tradition. After sitting for about an hour and a half, I like to do a workout. After my workout, I like to cool down. I take a nice shower and I sit down and I call my friends and we have some fun. If my flatmate is available as well, we sit here, we chat, we just have those like 2 a.m. conversations, you know how it be. Or if she's not around, then I am usually calling my friends from back home. We're playing online Pictionary, talking about nostalgic moments of our childhood and stuff, and it's just really fun and it's a nice way to cool down. I then get my pajamas on, make sure that I have prayed everything on time, and I drink water right before Fajr, and then I pray Fajr, and then get into bed, watch an episode or two of a show. Currently I am watching Parks and Rec, really good show, really funny. And then I fall asleep and the day repeats. Now, I haven't mentioned a lot about the religious aspect of Ramadan because I think that sometimes the way that we devote ourselves to our own religion is something that is personal and something that most importantly comes with intention. For me, I make sure that I dedicate the time in my day to, make sure I pray 5 times a day, I read Quran, and give as much as I can. So everyone does their thing in their own way, and I don't think anyone is wrong or right or better than the other. Everyone has their own pace. I do love the fact that I am fasting now amidst a pandemic because the whole point of Ramadan really is to kind of practice patience and kind of put yourself in the shoes of people that have less than you and be very appreciative. And I think it's so necessary to do that, and having the patience to deal with everything that's going on is really important, and Ramadan is definitely helping me practice that and practice appreciation in general. So definitely thankful and grateful for all those good stuff. It is very different than what I'm used to, and I do miss my family, and Ramadan is definitely different. Me and my brother and my flatmate are making the traditions of our own, which is different and is not the same, but I am enjoying it. I'm trying to make the best out of the whole situation. The day that I've just described doesn't include anything specifically productive, or I haven't mentioned anything about what I do, like, different to what I usually do, but I do a lot of things. I am trying to do new things every single day, trying to get my video editing skills to improve, my Photoshop skills to improve. I have finished my academic work. Usually I would be working on a normal day, but since I finished, I didn't want to bring light to it. But even if I didn't do anything, I don't really kill myself about it because, we are in hard times, and it's completely okay to not feel like you have to do something all the time. So do not stress about things like that. That is pretty much the end of the video. I think that it is really important to kind of just share what you're doing, especially if you're alone, because of that sense of community. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you found similarities and acknowledged the differences. Please tune in next month for another video. I know I said I was going to start a show on Instagram TV. I've just finished my academic work, so now I've given myself the permission to get started with it. So please keep an eye out on my Instagram for my show. You guys will definitely enjoy it. It is very chill. It's just going to be some random topics that you would be talking about with anyone, really. So I'll see you next time. Ramadan Kareem.